So let's get you up to CenturyLink Field in Seattle. On the call, here are Brandon Guidon and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who would?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw is Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You got a problem.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Wilson on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down, 9 yards to go. Now Will. It's caught. Block it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll run for it now. Here's Marcel Reese. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down. Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Wilson going to throw for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5. Yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers, so you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. To throw again is Ryan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports. In the slot on the right is Graham. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. And left side here, it's Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Paul Warlow with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That, and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Again, Wilson. And this is caught by Kearse. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with a power back, Reese. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. In the slot on the right is Graham. Now Wilson on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with 1 complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety.
Yeah, I'm not going to even sugarcoat this one. I did not care at all for that play call.
Well, there's just so little time. You don't have much time to do anything. Why not, Charles, just run the football, take it into the locker room?
As you know, there are more bad things than good that can happen when you're backed up this deep with this little time. And sure enough, this is a late safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 15, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. The connection made, it's Graham. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're trailing on the scoreboard last time, able to force the fumble. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
That's exactly right, because what they did last time is help them stay in this game. Being opportunistic, taking the ball away, that can help keep a game tight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can be opportunistic here. They'll be looking to force another turnover. Now Wilson. That's caught at the 3. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
offense looks to punch it in here from the one. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas rolls, punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. SHU for the point after. And it's 15-0. SHU now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out. It's a pickup of 14 there, and the Falcons are going to get a first. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. I don't think so either. I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 61 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route? No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown. The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone? Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go. You love pressure. I love it. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's third and short. So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Wilson, the grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Did you see that route the way that I did?
I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now it's 2nd and 7.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's down right there.
They go again with Rawls. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
So out come the Falcons now. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll give the Falcons a 1st down. Here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Again, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now Ryan. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turn will get the